Okay, so our team really in Johnson Controls, our work-based team has really been focused on how do you get information that is meaningful and actually can make clients, or at least support clients, have an informed decision. So what we've been really looking at is how do we get technology into the workplace but passively. So without people being prompted or seeing the technology. So behind the scenes, the whole environment and what Johnson Controls can bring is within the technology side and the environment side is this sort of passive technology, giving us really good feedback and trended data that allow us to make decisions about how people are working, how organisations are structured and collaborate, and then really just how do you turn this around and make it work for people and teams. And that's really a big drive for us. Some classic examples of this at the moment is looking at the life science market. Lab space, is sort of 5 to 10 times more expensive than office space. So a big drive for us at the moment with our life science clients is there a different way to measure the workplace of the lab? So we've put in technologies into labs, not only to measure energy and performance of equipment, but when is that equipment used? And what we're finding on some of these tests is that there's probably 24-25% energy savings because equipment's left on, but also that there's about 30% of the equipment is redundant and not used at all, and that's been then siphoned off to other projects. So it's a value proposition we're really getting at here.
Tell me a little bit about how you help your clients collect this data, because this whole thing is such a data-intensive process.
Yeah.
Do you have it in-house? Do you have teams that work with them to make sure you have the correct data streams? How do you get that?
It's a whole mix of people. I think that's the real spread of Johnson Controls, and it's this diverse sort of structure that we've got, and very different people that come in, and I think that's what's innovative about it. It's coming from so many different angles that the client gets a much broader spectrum of what's actually going on, not just one stream of data. So that analytics and what we're really looking at now coming up in the future and sort of referencing 2020 is the ability and speed to manage data. The predictive analytics are going to come into play now. So getting ahead of the game, understanding the profile of organisations so that you can almost predict this whole flow, cooling the space, the energy you could save, or certain days more busier than others, and how do you use that resource and really manage the space properly.
Perfect. Thank you very much. That should